Alright, welcome back for another map review. I'm actually going to come in this into farm manager mode because I want to take a little different look at this map. It is a small playing area inside of a large map, meaning what you would think is the edge of the play area is not. You can actually drive out past it and go into the map. But I want to see what all you get in farm manager mode, and I'll show you why I'm coming into farm manager mode. And no, we don't want course play and stuff. So anyway, you start off at the shop, regardless if you come into this in new player mode or the other. And in new player mode, from what I can tell, there's no owning of anything starting out. If it is, it's kind of hard to tell because this stuff is actually kind of just painted. And you can see like 12 over top of 1, 13 over top of 2, or vice versa. And so it's more like a screenshot and possibly painted over the top of it or something. I have no idea how this is actually working because if you notice, there is no contracts. And usually that's a case of not having a field present or you owning everything. And clearly with this, you do not own everything. So this seems to me kind of like more like paint than it does anything than actual numbers. See, you got 20 over top of 6 or 6 over top of 20. So it gets a little bit confusing as far as that goes. But I mean, a map's a map. I don't really care if it's interactive or not. It's to help you get around stuff. So in the normal playthrough, you actually got a small harvester and stuff like that, but you pretty much need that or smaller to get around this map. I'm going to see if I have it. Yep. So in this mode, you're actually supposed to not have any equipment or any land to start with, and you got the same stuff that even if you start up in the easier startup mode. And the reason why I chose this mode is because you don't really own land, and so if you're going to not start up with any land whatsoever, and this is your kind of like your home area, then you got to be able to purchase that. And the lands around it is kind of cheap, but you know, 100,000 would go really fast. So it's kind of up to you how you start it and everything. But all this stuff is purchasable. And I also noticed there is no house. And don't try to get out of the truck. I done did that. You got to back up a little bit. There is a house here, and it's a beautiful house. I haven't tried going upstairs. I have been around the inside. If you notice, there is no sleep trigger here. And anybody that knows my videos and stuff, if I come over here to this, if you have these downloaded, this is a lot of the houses that you find in-game normally. He brought this without, I don't know how he got this in here, but all these here has sleep triggers, which is a lot of the houses you find in-game anyway, including this hammock. So, to the author of this map, if you want to add a sleep trigger to your building here, and it's a really nice house, you might could talk to Mike at G&G Modding, and he might could help hook you up with a sleep trigger here. Like I said, it is really tight. I had trouble getting this vehicle down most of the street. There is collision, so as you can see, even with the fences. So getting around the map can be a little bit hard. This is kind of like the cattle area and stuff. It looks like a little bit easier to actually come out this way. These poles here don't have collision, so if you're bringing a combine through here, you can get through here. But like I said, all these, like through here, this has collision. Some maps, the trees, you can actually drive through and stuff. This one you cannot. So you just need to be careful coming down through here. And like I said, you can't hire out or really do contracts. So hiring out would be probably next to impossible because of all the buildings and all the nature and stuff up close. I've got no issue with that. Some of my favorite maps are small maps, and you actually got to work the combine and stuff yourself. So I have no issue with that at all. But for those that you might not care for that too much, it might be a little difficult. So like I said, there's a lot of small drives and through here, and this has collision as well. I know some maps you can drive through them and they'll actually have crosshair, and that's not very realistic. This here is more realistic and something that would actually be in real life. So visually and everything, this map is really appealing. It's small play. A lot of stuff don't open. I'm hoping this here would, because it leads to a grass area, and it comes up. So but pretty much what you can see from the truck is your play area. I mean, it pretty much goes around in a circle. If you want to hire out a worker, I'd recommend doing course play and record yourself harvesting, and then state that it's field number whatever, label it harvested, and save it. That way you can bring your harvester and stuff over here and have it to harvest your field, because that's probably about the only way you're really going to hire it out. And here's some more narrow areas. You can go through a lot of the bushes, but you're not going to be able to because of the fence. Like I said, this is the shop where you come and get your stuff. And you do own the forklift. So if you need to load pallets or something like that, you can. But we're pretty much all around this mountain, and I love a lot of the stuff like the old wells and stuff like that. So visually, this is a beautiful map. It's just really tight and really small, and like I said, it's a small player inside of an area. So literally, if you come to an edge of the map, you can drive right off the map, because it isn't the actual end of the map. The actual end of the map is way over there. I mean, way. This is a massive area. And here's an interesting thing. It shows your chickens and stuff and your pigs marker way out here. I didn't check that on the inside of the map, but you can see that literally this is just an area within the area. And once again, I got no problem with that. Just stay in your areas. But I mean, technically you could come out here and do more even outside. It just wouldn't be very realistic because you have to drive through trees to do it. But as you can see, it's a nice looking map. So let me check that other right quick. Yeah, it shows. There's your cow pasture. Here's your pig enclosure. And now all the stuff that you own, the chickens and the looks like sheep is way out here. See, you own them. So might as well sell them, I guess, because they're way outside the play area. So that maybe plan on adding to this map later on and adding more stuff to it is the reason why it's done that way. I'm not going to sit here and knock it. So just kind of take it for what you will. I assume this is the road. Well, you can get out, but you may not get back in. So we'll just end that here. The guy's talking about G&G Mining. He builds a lot of maps and stuff. And like I said, my favorite map is the Old Family Farm because of the looks and because of the um, old iron aspect of it. So he's coming out with another map here soon. He also come out with Jones Dairy. I did a video on it before it was released to the public. So I got to help with the testing and stuff like that. So he is working on another map now. So you might want to subscribe, because my idea that I threw at him was the possibility of doing like a stages video series of where I actually test and follow him, and as he says, okay, I've done this, then I add to the video, and I will release that video as it is being built. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to work out really well, and then you can comment and stuff of what you like. Especially with stuff like this, I invite the map makers to come to my videos, kind of tell why things are the way they are, or kind of tell their story. And for you that are planning to come to the videos and tell what you like and dislike in a positive manner, not a negative manner, and kind of tell some stuff that you would like to see happen. So that's this map. So everybody take care and have fun and check out the other videos.